Network Entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen, our very special musical guest, Spandau Ballet.
Wow. You are gold.
Dan!
All bliss. Wait, that's my karaoke jam. You are gold.
Dan!
Always believe in your soul.
You got the power to know.
You're indestructible.
Always believe in.
Yeah. Oh, I think you
But it has
already know.
nothing to do with the 80s or Spandau Ballet.
No, but it is gold.
Dan,
Dove.
Dove.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Welcome
like-
to Only Fun. His name is Chico Garcia.
No, his name is James Reed and I am Nadine Lustre. And welcome to Only Fun.
First off, nag-break na sila. Secondly,
No, this is purely professional.
okay.
Asa.
I always saw myself as more of an Alden, but like,
I can be main.
pwede naman.
Kasi I have main character energy. Ah! Oh my gosh. If there was Aldub, kung naging love team tayo, what would have been our name? Jico?
Jico?
Chino?
Chino?
Ay, Chino. That sounds like a...
Oh, parang wala lang. Normal name. Chichi and
What
Gigi.
about Garcia and Killiamore? Garki?
Garliamore. Kirsia.
Quilcia.
Wala eh.
Yala.
Kaya maganda yung wala eh. That's why I married my wife kasi Gino Coils.
It's the best one.
It's the best
It's
one.
the best one.
I didn't even need to think of a hashtag for our wedding. I was just like, yeah,
Nahiya
Gino
pa
Coils.
kayo eh. Linagyan nyo pa ng S eh.
No, because people really call her Coils.
Hindi kaya nga.
Nobody calls her Col.
Call na, para mas
Gino
maganda.
Col.
Oh, di ba? Oh.
At
Nahiya
sana
pa
pinalitan
kayo.
mo na lang yung last letter ng name ko. Ginawa mo ng Gina.
Kasi minsan may rumors.
Medyo may tendency naman. Medyo fluid naman yung sexuality, no? But anyway.
Anyway.
Okay. Man, I cannot believe I slept on this for about a week.
It's crazy.
It's crazy because so many people have been watching it. So many people have been talking about it. We're talking about K-pop Demon Hunters
Yes.
for this episode. And I can imagine how this was pitched to Netflix,
Right?
first off. Like, bust into room. Hello, Mr. Netflix executive. I have an idea for a show that would really, I feel, would really capture the hearts and minds of our audiences, which is they're a K-pop group and they're just demon hunters and they sing to protect the world.
And what would be the title? What about K-pop
Demon Hunters? Approved. Like, how does this work? So off the bat, when I saw that, I was like, oh, it's pretty. Like, feeling ko, oh, pang kids siguro to or
Yeah.
whatever. And then I fucking watched it. Oh my! And now the songs are stuck
Yeah.
in my head.
Yeah. Actually, initially, meron pa akong isang...
It's so good.
meron
The
pa
movies,
akong ano-
the songs are so good.
Meron pa akong isa pang musical guest dapat eh.
Oh, sino?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome NSYNC.
Okay.
Soda Pop. Boom. Soda Pop. Hindi, but you know what I like about it? Not only...
Meron din ako. Ladies
sige.
and gentlemen, please welcome the cast of Miss Saigon. You are sunlight and Honmoon.
Honmoon!
I'm good, thank you.
Sige, so...
Ay, nag-iisip.
Hindi. Ano, I was just going back to what I said. Alam mo naman, Memo Plus Gold.
Baka naman.
Baka naman.
Memo Plus Gold.
Baka
This
naman.
could be you.
Baka naman.
Alam mo yung habang ganito, biglang mga, ay, sorry, nakalimutan ko. Kailangan mag Memo Plus Gold.
Memo Plus- Now I remember
With
what was
Bacopa
that-
Monniera.
Now I remember what I was going to say. Hindi. Kasi like, just like you were saying, no, I can imagine the pitch. Same thing. Yung parang,
It's so
like,
ludicrous.
what sort of mind
Comes up with this idea.
comes up with the idea that imimix mo yung anime, K-pop, animation, like YA, young adult, like horror, kasi may mga demon
To some degree,
hunter,
pero medyo mabait naman yung demons.
romance, musical.
Oh.
It's like,
Wait,
how many genres
first off-
were like squashed together to come up with just one glorious
I'm assuming
melange.
we can melange.
Melange.
Di ba yung kapatid ni Beyonce?
Si Solange.
Si Solange. Wait.
Si melange yung itinakwil
I'm
nila.
assuming we can already talk about
Oh,
this
naman.
openly, right?
Hello.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, one of the things that I really loved about the music is so good. From what I heard, it took them like 8 years to come up
Yeah.
with this. So, and I understand now why. Because walang tapon sa songs.
No,
Alam mo, it
totoo.
all sounded like actual
Yun.
K-pop groups produced them.
You know how like when there's like a kahit yung mga movies nila Miley Cyrus when they were young sila
The
Lindsay
Hannah
Lohan
Montanas and whatever,
yung mga
yeah.
Hannah Montanas Amanda Bynes kind of
Alam mo
Hilary
yung
Duff.
songs pang movie.
Yeah, pag merong movie na ang role niya pop star.
Yeah.
Tapos meron siyang kanta dun sa movie within the movie.
It's
like
some
it's a
baduy amalgamation of what a pop song sounds like.
That if you released it, maybe it'll be a hit based on how much of a hit the movie was. But on its own, it would never be a hit.
Okay, think about it this way.
But here, the songs could have been released by, 17 or Blackpink.
Twice,
or like,
whatever.
Right?
Okay, think about it this way.
Pwede siya.
When Disney came up with Frozen, of course you had Defying Gravity, not Defying Gravity. Let It Go.
Let It Go.
And Do You Want to Build a Snowman? You know what I mean? So there are like, don't get me wrong, the songs are great.
Yeah.
But there are two that really stood out. You know
Same.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's like a full-on Disney movie.
Yeah.
This is a Netflix movie. And all the songs are great. And yun nga ang galing that they all really sound like songs that, Blackpink would actually release.
Right.
Takedown sounds like Shut It Down. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Diba?
yeah.
Medyo ganun yung vibe. And I could not see Jenny when they showed Rumi.
Yeah.
Like, medyo bias ko si Jenny So parang, diba, syempre in my head, I'm like, ina mo, Jinu.
Gino pa talaga.
Gino pa talaga yung pangalan
Apelido pala ni Gino, Kilyamur.
Kilyamur.
What if? Oh no! What if Gino Kilyamur nga? Tapos Kilyamur.
But sobra niyang and I love how, of course, it's unrealistic in the sense that, like, I mean, there are obviously a lot of unrealistic things about it. But, man, I really cannot. And imagine, the stepmom ni Rumi is voiced by none other than Lea Salonga.
Yeah.
Alam mo nang parang, when they pitched this movie, they were like, we have to make the songs great. Okay, what about this supporting character? Who are we gonna get to voice her? I don't know. Maybe the one who sang for Mulan and Jasmine. Diba? Parang, how much importance did they put into the music of this show? And that's just one aspect of it.
And it's insane. Kasi nga parang like, the way that the songs from this show, and it's not the first, Korean-ish show that came out.
Uh-huh.
But for the songs to actually make it to the charts.
Yeah.
And literally, may di ba like,
Gotta be golden.
meron pang like, may mga records broken pa na right? Like,
Yeah.
like for example, yung merong na break yung Saja Boys na record sa Spotify na that was held by BTS.
And they're not even a real band.
They're not even a real band.
They're demons. Guys, come on.
But good one.
Oh, no. Tapos nakakatawa, no? Na parang, like, I forgot the name, but one of them really looked like Jimin. Si Baby, di ba? As in, Baby ba? Basta, like, automatically, like, when I first saw them, I didn't even know who they were based off of yet. And I was like, oh, that's Jimin. Alam mo, like, I already knew. And then, again, yun nga, si Rumi is very Jenny. And, like, I love that they were able to tie this in with, actual K-pop personalities.
And to a degree, no offense, but like sometimes to a degree exceed.
Yeah.
Yung the way they were so iconic, like, hello, also taking from Powerpuff, di ba? Parang one was masungit, one was extra jolly. I mean, you know how like they follow a certain template naman kasi talaga with trios. Then one is the more central.
May isang medyo
energy
bad
na.
girl,
Di ba?
rebel.
It's always like that. Di ba?
Yeah.
Like sa Powerpuff, yung green, si Buttercup ba yun? Siya yung
Buttercup,
medyo
Blossom,
masungit.
Bubbles.
And then one is like always like happy. And then
Yeah.
yung isa yung parang leader. So yeah, I mean, that was just crazy.
It's such a... And I'm so happy that one night I couldn't sleep. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to watch it because So many people have talked about it. And alam mo yung ako parang I was glued the entire time because of how good the music actually
And
was.
hello, you know that this is just the first. Because obviously,
Pero can we talk about the ending?
yun nga eh, because obviously with
Can we talk
Jinu
about the
gone,
ending?
hello,
Bakit
obviously
naman nila-
babalik yun.
Tingin mo?
Hello. Obviously.
Kasi meron pa sila nung song na ano yun, I get to really feel myself when I'm with you.
Exactly.
That
Babalik
love song
siya.
that they had.
Babalik siya.
I can't believe that they just took him out. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Hindi, babalik yun. For sure. That's what I mean eh. Tsaka, it's so iconic. It's very, hello, classic.
Sa bagay, tapos at the end, the Honmoon wasn't gold.
Yeah.
It was still blue. Diba?
Tapos ano siya, parang very, it's also taking a lot from Romeo and Juliet. The Montagues and the Capulets. Demon Hunter falls in love with the demon.
Yeah.
So, here's my question. I don't know if we're ready to ispluk this, ha?
Ispluk it.
Let's splook it.
Uh-huh.
What was the most
Uh-oh.
Rumi Jinu relationship hook up we've ever had? If we're ready to reveal. If we are, yung alam mo yung, this was not meant to be. This was not going to work. Kumbaga yung pinaka worst idea. Yung, this is a bad idea. We shouldn't have even considered being together.
I remember. There are
You can edit this as much as you want. But we just, let's give each other a gist of.
Okay, so I remember when I was in university. I went for this girl. Na I've known since. I mean, I've seen her around since high school. Really pretty, and of course, marupok tayo, pretty. And
Stress on the pok.
and then, but all my friends were already telling me na, bro, and even my girlfriends were telling me na, Jeans, malabo to. Alam mo yung
Malabo, you don't have a
masasaktan
chance?
ka.
Or?
Hindi, no. Masasaktan ka. Because like, this girl knew how to play the field. Like, really knew how to play the field. But I went against it, and it's one of those like, no, I don't care what you say. I'll follow what I. And then we went out.
Okay.
And then the date turned really great. And then it was like, and she was, our schools were kind of near each other, so I would just pick her up, and then I would, we would have lunch all the time, almost on a daily basis. Either we'd be having lunch, or we'd be playing billiards, or we'd be watching a movie. Anything but
Cool
actually
girl,
going to school. So anytime na magba-break siya, even if may classes ako, skip ko yung class ko to pick her up. And this went on for a couple of months, like 5-6 months maybe, where we were not really together. Although to be fair, she did say that she wasn't ready. And eventually she said that, in the 5th or 6th month, she said na parang, oh, I actually have a boyfriend. And I'm like, okay, well, at this point naman, we hadn't done anything. Like, we hadn't made out. Nothing at all. And she was saying naman na, we can still hang out because I really like your company. Of course, at this point, medyo umaasa ako na magpa-break sila, diba? Kasi she was saying na parang, we're together, but we're on a rough patch and we haven't really talked. So I'm like, okay, so translation in my head back then was chance. And then eventually, like maybe 8 months or 9 months later, 4 months later, she said that she had broken up with a guy. So I'm like,
yay.
Okay. But we still weren't together. Still nothing had happened. As in, till this day, never kami nag-make out or anything like that. Like, hang out lang talaga. Not because I wanted it, but because that was the circumstance. Eventually, she had to move out. She had to move to a different country. And of course, I was sad. And then I said, like, okay, as a final goodbye, I'll bring you to the airport. So I brought her to the airport. And when I dropped her off at the airport, one of her quote-unquote best friends was there. Girl. Na turns out, nalaman ko later on, girlfriend niya pala. Yep. And then, the ex-boyfriend was there also to send her off. Na nalaman ko later na hindi pala talaga sila nag-break. So, I was 3rd or 4th in the list of people that she was going out with. Yeah.
That is wild.
And ito,
Wait, does the boyfriend and the girlfriend know that each other exists?
you know what? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if maybe I'm not sure. Kasi weird din yung situation na nung boyfriend, parang never siya nagkikita, ganyan. I don't know.
Did you buy this situation?
Wait, this gets worse.
Did you buy into it?
So, I think 5-6 months of her being into the US, we were still in conversation. And she eventually said na parang, I broke up with everyone. And you're the only one that I really want to talk to now. And I'm like, hey, that's cool. And obviously it was long distance because she was in the US and whatever. And then she mentioned one night na parang, hey, I'm gonna go to this frat party. So I'm like, dung, 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 bells and whistles, you know what I mean? Like, this is like American Pie shit. And I was like, all right, sure, just update me na lang. Her last message was 10 p.m. Her next message was like 8 in the morning. And then she was like, hey, sorry, I fell asleep in the frat party. And I'm like, you fell asleep in the frat party? Yeah, she was like, yeah, I just fell asleep in one of the rooms. And I'm like, yeah, no, I can't do this anymore. So that's when I officially cut ties and stopped talking to her. Yeah.
I know why you survived. Because she liked girls, diba?
Yeah.
She also liked boys.
Yeah.
You're the combination of both.
It's a little, hey, why settle for one when you can get both?
You get both. You get girly and boy, in one.
Ay, nako. But yeah, that was, I guess that was my
Wow.
Rumi
That was wild.
Jinu moment, but didn't end up the way Rumi and Jinu ended up in K-Pop Demon Hunters. What about you?
Crap.
What about you?
Okay, this is early on. Early mid RX. Let's just say we got into a situationship. This was pre Baby Whale.
Okay.
Pre Baby Whale. And so let's call this person.
Wait, wala ba tayong gender neutral names?
si person. So si person, initially,
No, mukhang juicy to. Nahihirapan mag-edit.
it was more of, it was more of like ish one way ish.
One way
Ish.
from you or
From me.
from the person?
From
Okay,
me.
From
na parang like, let's just hang out.
Uh-huh.
Open naman siya to it. I was like, okay, we'll hang out. And then,
Guys, in case you didn't know, alam mo hindi siya nagsisinungaling kasi nahihirapan siyang ilabas without editing.
so
So yung thought process nito, ito yung core memory, no? Tapos paglabas ng core memory, may editor na nandito. Nag-churn yung editor bago lumabas sa bibig niya.
sige. So, that was the situation. Parang it's more like
Editor, pronoun editor. Ang dami layers, guys.
but one thing led to another.
Uh-huh.
We just, like literally we're just like best friends. Like parang like, just hanging out. Siyempre, every now and then, ako yung magyayaya mag-chess.
Mag-chess?
That's our code. Okay?
Oh.
Ako lang yung nagyayaya mag-chess. Kasi,
Wait, code for like sex or dating or what? We are adults.
chess.
So sex. Okay, ikaw yung nag-aya mag-sex. Okay.
I feel so uncomfortable.
How do you even... How do you... Okay. All right.
So that's how it started.
Okay. Is this a verbal thing? Like, sex naman tayo. How does it work? I'm really genuinely curious.
No, anyway, fast forward.
Ikaw nag-aya.
It got to a point na talagang parang... And, I understood. I'm an adult. I was an adult. So I knew what I was getting into. I was like, you know what? For
Gamitan lang,
in the
ganun.
absence, hindi naman. I'd like to think naman na parang there was a genuine connection. Pero
Okay.
it's more like, in the absence of something more substantial,
Ito na muna.
consenting adults naman kami. Di sige, why not? Ganyan. Pero it got to a point na, Ayoko na mag-chess, pero siya yung, tara, chess tayo.
Oh, tapos ikaw yung umayaw.
Ay, hindi naman, pero never naman ako umayaw.
Ayun na nga. Parang sabi ko, ikaw?
Uy, grabe ko, mukha ano to. But you know what I mean? So,
Sa libog mong yan?
So,
Okay.
obviously,
But you wanted more than just
no,
chess.
not really.
Oh, okay.
It's just that nagulat lang ako na parang like, akala ko ba?
Nasarapan. Nag-enjoy.
Now, here's the thing.
Ah.
Medyo similar siya-ish to what
Okay.
happened to you. So, it got to a point na one of my besties in RX, one of my closest friends.
Bakit parang feeling ko kilala ko sila?
Ay, kilala mo to. Kilala mo to. Siya pa yung parang naging
Guide?
no naman, but more like accomplice.
Uh-huh.
Siya yung naghahanap kami ng apartment.
Okay.
Like kasi ganon na parang we will have like this like love nest.
Like a sex den?
Love nest nga, love nest.
It's a sex den.
Kasi ito yung nakakatawa. Like this DJ friend of mine, my bestie DJ, is the most like masculine guy you will ever
Malalim ba boses nito?
Hindi.
Hindi.
Yung
Isa. Okay. Okay,
So
now I know.
like he drives this big jeep, na talagang muscle jeep
Yeah.
na alam mo yung literally we're going around QC na gano'n. Tapos looking at apartments.
Right.
Now, what I didn't realize was most of the landlords that we were talking to thought we were looking for.
Na it was a you and
So,
best friend
Tapos
thing.
nakakatawa. They'd be like, naku, you guys will be very happy here. Tapos nakakatawa, yung my bestie was like, yeah.
Very secure with
Parang
himself.
gusto ko nga to. Oo, yung alam mo nakikiride na lang
Yeah.
siya. Ganun siya ka best friend na sinasakyan na lang niya.
Umuo na lang.
Umuoo na lang siya. And literally ganun ka serious. It got to a point where I found out na merong anak.
Oh.
Now, I don't know if they were still together or if it was one of those things that they just had a baby together but they're not really together anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't really need to know anything more than that.
Because si person hid this from you.
Parang, I don't know, we were together-ish for a year and it comes up now. So meron din kaming airport.
Kung kaya mo itago yan.
Yung parang like, well, not no naman. Kasi mabait talaga. Pero like, nung hinatid ko sa airport, hello, meron pa akong pabaon na, like, toy.
Anong toy? Vibrator?
I
don't know what kind of toy you're talking
for
about.
the kid.
Okay.
I mean, alam mo yung ganun ka selfless.
Akala ko naman parang here, something to remind you of me.
Hindi, ganun ka selfless.
Okay.
Na,
Wow, martyr.
Oo, na parang, here's a toy for your
ganyan
baby.
Tayo mahilig tayo sa mga
for
ganyan.
your baby. Ganyan.
Para kawawa
Tapos,
tayo.
but it's so weird, like, all's well that ends well. Person, like later on, nung kami na ni Baby Will, nag-message siya one time na parang,
Congrats.
hey, nasa Manila ako, ganyan. I would love to see you. And I was like, sure. Well, the three of us will see each other.
Vinolunteer mo. No?
Oo, na parang like, tas okay naman siya. Tas like we saw each other.
Yeah.
Tas ano
Wow,
pa?
sabay, play, Gwyneth, what's her name? Gwen Stefani's Cool.
Yes. Ito pa. Like, since hindi siya taga Manila,
Yeah.
you know, we were like, stay at the condo. Yes, while you're here.
Hindi naman ito yung love condo nyo.
Hindi, in our condo.
Okay.
Hindi kasi diba we live naman.
I wanted to clarify. Na parang, hey, why don't you stay in our sex den? Just to bring back the old memories.
The handcuffs are still there.
Wow.
Hindi. So alam mo yun, yung parang like, kasi we live in the house, right? So like, we were like, stay here while you're here. Tapos, maybe a year ago, nag-message siya ulit na sakto na
Uwi na naman siya.
na parang hindi paano na siya paalis na like bumisita na siya parang I have one day hey wanna meet up sabi ko ay nako sakto may event ako sabi ko you have to tell me before pero go kasi next time you're in Manila so we're super cool
it happens naman
super cool I mean for me honestly it was probably the most dramatic like weird thing I've
had non-relationships from back then na whenever we see each other now, we'll hang out like normal
Yeah,
friends.
no, exactly.
Diba?
Kami were so cool. Kaya nga parang,
But then again, I also know that there are people that I can't do that with. Alam mo yung
yeah.
parang, kunwari, like, one of my ex-girlfriends or whatever, na I know cut deep, I cannot. Because I know that even if we can hang out, in a completely platonic way, like, it'll stir memories that I don't want to remember.
That
Alam mo yung
should
ganon?
remain asleep.
Yeah, like, just because of how deeply it hurt when it happened, I just don't want to relive it. Like, if we see each other, like,
Fine.
of course, I'll say, hey, what's up? How are you? Glad you're okay. Glad the kids are doing okay.
Yeah.
But anything more than that, I don't want now because I just don't want to have to relive what happened in the past. Alam mo yung ganon? Na parang, let's let sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look at us.
Oh.
Look at us now. I mean, with all the mga...
Okay lang. What are they really gonna look at? My empty bank account.
Magkano na ba tuition ngayon?
Masakit.
Magkano na ba
At least
tuition
yung
ngayon?
paggawa ng bahay tapos na. Alam mo yung tuition kakasimula pa lang.
Ako nga,
21 years.
Kailangan na namin bumili ng baterya ng solar panels. But anyway.
Yeah. But of course, thank you to our friends from the Pod Network Entertainment again for, housing us here in this lovely studio.
I know,
And I guess
feel so legit.
I know, right?
Parang for once, I feel like, alam mo yung kahit papano medyo lumilevel na tayo kalasam.
Tapos yung hindi yung si Chico parang, alam mo kasi, check your internet.
Tingnan mo, at least, di ba? Edi parang, next time you check, na parang, ay, si Sab ba yan? Ay, hindi si Chico.
Si Sab. Kapal na mukha ito. Yung pumili ka na lang.
Hindi. No, because it's like, alam mo yun, because nga yung setup natin.
I'm so sorry,
we're
Jim
like
and Sab. I'm so sorry. On behalf of our podcast, I apologize.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it was a joke.
You should.
Yeah. Just in case people didn't realize it was a joke. It was just a joke.
Okay, we'll see you guys next time.
Guys.
Bye.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.